and we're touching down here on Vertigo. First, I'm fine. Mythic taking on Noxious, two evenly matched teams who are really looking to put themselves one step ahead of each other earlier on into the season. Let's get it started. We're already knocking on the A site here, and Trucklover's going to knock a couple down. That's two headshots for him, followed up with Cooper. It's a clean and easy start here for Mythic. Ooh. Oh.
There. Nice, nicely done right there. As they close out that pistol. Freakazoid getting the defuse on off. Hate had to cut off, so all went really well. Best case scenario, I guess, in that sort of situation was a bomb plant, though.
Yeah, getting the bomb plant's pretty, I mean, decent enough. You can almost guarantee yourself that, it feels like, on this T side of Vertigo, though, when you get all that early control to yourself, you kind of just death ball up the A ramp, and eventually, well, the CT side retake is sometimes a lot more powerful than that T side post play. Comes down to it. So the bomb plant going to be allowing these Galils to come up here for Noxious, and a nice clean buy here for Mythic. No SMGs except for Flom, so these rifles really looking to put the stop on this force by very early on. But hey, how about Flom's MP9? That'll be the first opening kill here for Mythic, and the rest of Noxious getting slowed down out towards the ramp. Cooper even with a fantastic swing, and this is going to be a very speedy first couple of rounds here from Mythic, leaving just Nasi, just the one. That's it.
They're able to just get off of that that MP9. That's the only thing that they really dropped there, was the MP9. So that's a really good round. Those second round force buys are incredibly tricky as well. So just making it look that easy for Mythic is a super promising start to their Vertigo. Really easy work being done. Again, both teams looking relatively warmed up. We talked about Mythic getting some pugs in order there right before their game, but also you got Noxious who just finished their series. A strong one, a 2-0 versus some tough competition, but again, Mythic, I think they are a whole lot tougher.
Yeah, just a couple Deagles remaining, and Flom on the hunt with that MP9. He wants an AWP in these next couple of rounds, I'm sure. He might not say it on stream, but I'm sure he's thinking just that. 3-zip here from Mythic early on. Noxious' map pick, keep in mind. They've kind of been forced off of the ace up their sleeve with that Mirage pickup. Mythic banned that one away, so they have to go to their second best, and we have to wonder what Noxious can really do on, again, their second best quote-unquote map pick.
Yeah, I was, again, listening into some of the comms there. It's always really interesting to see from players' perspective. They were talking about some of their issues. We talked about some of their struggles to hold off that lead side, late crawls. So we'll see if they can put it on that. It looked like in that first initial bonus round, or I would say second round, kind of. Why they were struggling with that, but man, that's a stunning shot. He wants more. VulcaN's gonna lurk off the back of this and take really deep space right now.
Yeah, it's big, unexpected position, and Flom puts his head into the guillotine. The 3v4, he's been getting flanked out. VulcaN's gonna continue the push. Freakazoid just next in line. And Hate, the last man on the site, is in a essential 1v4. Mollied out now, forced to the peak. He almost comes up with the goods onto Nasi, but just leaving Cooper, and this flank is just too far gone. It's going to be Noxious getting themselves a plant, and I think that should call this one curtains.
See how much effort Cooper really goes in for this retake? He's scaling on that right side wall right now. Not looking too terribly interested in this. Especially with Cypress covering this flank and him being so low. VulcaN's just going on a deep hunt, though. This guy's just been holding the shift key all round, finding big kills. And it's all off the back of Fame's opening pick, right? You could kind of see the impact of that first kill play out in the rest of the round. You can see them, you know, try and transition their defense in towards middle after that first kill comes through. And then kind of be a little bit too late to the party because that first kill.
Okay. That's cheeky.
It's a difficult spam there to do that much damage. How the bomb finishes him, but ooh, VulcaN got the cutoff.
don't think it's too big of a deal, though, because, hey, you know, it makes the decision for the next round a lot easier for Cooper. He can buy up an AWP if he wants to, as well as Flom. He could pick that one up himself. No, Flom will drop one over to Cooper instead, and so we will have a real full buy coming through for Mythic. That was just a, you know, a couple of, and at least an MP9 for Flom, and some messier utility along the way for Mythic. This is the real deal, and Noxious themselves are in a little bit of trouble, so see if they can pick themselves up on this one with a great opener onto Freakazoid. That's the start they needed. Now, they're going to press off of that, catch Cooper in the open, and things are going very right here for Noxious in these early stages. Flom in rotation. It's only one kill for him, but that's the only piece of resistance on this A site. Hate still out towards the short shelf, however, will strike for one, but is traded out by Cypress, and now that A site compromise plant probably to come through here as Truck Lover gets shot down from on top of the boost and Flom knocked out beneath him. Noxious. All right, that's a statement of a second.
That is a very clean second round right there. Lovely work being done from them. They are able to find that opening pick again, and then I think thereafter the explosive nature that they're able to bring to the table is what I really like about this team right now. They find these opening frags. They were able to get one towards ramp, and off the back of that, one flash, boom, they're in your face. It's too late to really transition that defense to try and reassemble it into a more comfortable manner there in the 4v5. So really promising stuff so far. If they can continue to deliver that, then they're going to be in for a good future in this map in particular. And again, kind of identifying some of those weaknesses. If they can keep on taking those kind of late crawl ups towards that A side, even more things to look forward to.
Yeah, they're sort of outnumbering the defense in that A side of the map. You see Hate specifically kind of getting overwhelmed. He's only going for these 1-for-1 trades. And when you're in like that literal 2v5 situation, that's something you just can't afford. The T side will take those 1-for-1s every day of the week. And even then, you know, players like Cooper getting caught in the open. Not really good sight to see there if you're a fan of Mythic. So we'll go ahead and jump on into this. As Mythic actually, they have to bend the knee early on. Take that eco and, well, try as they might. It's VulcaN who's been all over this game so far. And, well, I fear for Hate on this position.
Yeah. I'll get out of that one. Then he fun. Nice try, though.
What is this? What is this?
Oh, he's gonna burn.
He almost dies in his teammate's molly. This guy, I'm telling you, man, the Eek is the ultimate motivator.
It motivates everyone. The sweet sound of bullets just chewing through no Kevlar and a pistol just trying to fire back you see, at you while you run through a molly. There's nothing quite like it. Like it's a dopamine hit.
They say that the almighty dollar is something that, you know, that motivates Americans. But have you heard about ecos in Counter-Strike? I'm not sure.
I mean, every time it's like winning the lottery. But you're taking no risk, right? It's just a pistol. It's no risk.
Yeah.
Look at that. No risk. Running through your teammate's molly, no risk. You're good.
Everything for it's everything. I risk it all for the eco, but it's not a risk if it's an eco. So you know, you make a very good point there, Cole. Have you considered being like a Counter-Strike consultant, a coach?
I like
perhaps?
that. I like that job. I like that you're creating new jobs
that just don't exist.
Consultant. Like I'm down. I'm down. I'll take any sort of consulting gig we can figure out there. If you're in the cards there.
Up ramp though. I mean, Fame has just been dominating Hate on these ramp side takes. Now Freakazoid out in the open. He turns up with the triple kill though. What was that from Freak? I thought he was a goner, but he just mowed down 3.
That's certainly gonna help out whenever you're feeling outnumbered towards the A side. Those are the sort of rounds you need. Those triple kills coming through will certainly do. That's exactly what you need right there. If you're going to struggle with the A side hold, if you're going to actually lose those numbers, right? Those are effective trades from Noxious up until that bitter end. And then until Freak was able to deal with all that. Beautiful little spout of aggression there.
You know, if things are going wrong, just get triple kills every round. That works. At the same time here, this time around, they have help from Flom. Oh, they had help from Flom, but that didn't matter. The headshot on the Freak, good, but Now VulcaN's starting to get caught off on these lurks very often. Once in that previous, now in this one. But the hot from Camro is going to do the work. Flom will settle this back to a 2v3, but it's been really messy in these early rounds with these individual duels not going the way of Mythic. They're in a man disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm interested with the util that they're throwing towards ramp right there. It looks like it's very side hall focused. And then they just try and take the fight down ramp, so it's always a risk, right? You're kind of taking that 5v1 potentially that the T side has the advantage there. If you're not smoking things off, then things can become a bit dicey. Fame down to 8 HP, able to punch in the digits, but not stay alive for too long. Cypress and Camera left in the clutch now.
But actually, a lot of damage comes through from Truck Lover. He has no idea how much damage he's just dealt, but it could be enough to help out in this round. But at the same time, Camero snipes one. Truck Lover down. It's Flom up for the clutch. But it's just such a power position that Camero's in right now. You can just throw flashes in the sky. Flom, with little chance in this one, has to swing for the fight. Somehow turn this around. He runs out of ammunition, though. And that's where Camero will strike a 3-piece on that round and equalizing the score. Noxious.
Yeah, just textbook and buying time right there. That's all you really need to do there. Able to even find the kill. Icing on the cake. We're tied up at 4s at the moment. Like you said at the beginning of the game here, it's once again Mythic forced to bend the knee and call on a save. Left to a bit of an awkward decision here. We'll see what sort of utility they toss down ramp now. Again, that same side hall smoke always going through. But Noxious, they're not really putting resources towards side hall off the back of this smoke, right? They're just kind of tossing it down range ramp. They're just fighting. They're looking for these duels, and Mythic in gun rounds in particular have kind of been giving them the said duels. But just kind of, we'll see what sort of utility they toss down ramp now. Again, that same side hall smoke always going through. But Noxious, they're not really putting resources towards side hall off the back of this smoke, right? They're just kind of tossing it down range ramp. They're just fighting. They're looking for these duels, and Mythic in gun rounds in particular have kind of been giving them the said duels. But just kind of one by one.
VulcaN again is just... I mean,
oh my
dude.
Goodness, what is going on?
It's just like he's running out middle and keeps at least getting a kill or getting killed. Could be a bit of a problem, though, handing over a gun to these pistols. None of them armored, but you never know, right? Hey, let's see what you got. Ah, not the kill onto Cypress. Need that extra body shot to get the job done. So just Truck Lover. I think he's just been spotted. And what a headshot. That was something else there from Camero. And that's going to be the lead now for Noxious. I mean, don't underestimate this squad of players. Sure, they almost came dead last in their group last season, but you can see the individual showing up.
No question about that, right? They were in a tough group as well. I mean, last season I couldn't really fault them too much for struggling, given their the roughness of nature that their season delivered. But they did good work, right? I think they just were trying to tread water for a season. Tough teams. You did have ATK and Nouns there, that group, but out towards the mid, VulcaN this time, not the same success.
I'm gonna be real with you, Cole. I'm not really a fan of what VulcaN's been up to in these past couple of rounds.
It's consistent, that's for sure. And again, the ramp fights are so consistent as well. They're not smoking down ramp. I don't know a team that does this. I don't know a team that just fights down ramp with no smoke.
This is very problematic. They're just, I mean, it's either Hate, Freakazoid, and Flom are just getting the worst time of their lives when they don't smoke that bottom ramp choke point. And you can see Noxious just open up, despite VulcaN, who's, I think he's died first in at least 3 of these rounds so far. I mean, it just hasn't mattered. Noxious are just all over this ramp fight, putting it down to one man, Truck Lover, who just has the whole team to face off against. There's no winning that, even if he did get the cool first kill. And Noxious are going to extend their lead now, where Mythic are just... It feels like they're unable to pick up one of these gun rounds.
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now about this side hall smoke that they love so much, but I'm not getting it, right? I'm seeing it every round. It's constantly being tossed out. They fight off of it though. It's not like they're they're going for like the classic Vertigo. The thing that everyone complains about this map, the A1S is the spamming through the smoke on ramp. It's always the fight that everyone's complaining about. They don't smoke it though. They just fight it dry, which is so incredibly interesting. That is their consistent game plan, right? That's gonna be the way that they try and open up these rounds is by, trying to triple peek down ramp. It's not a bad idea. I just think you need to start things off with that initial utility set, and then try those late takes. That I think that's much more common in like the tier 1 spear, or even like just more European-esque, where you do like those late takes of the A ramp control that are super effective. This is just at the start of the round. They're trying to take the duels, and they might favor you in some occasions, but it's like a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be an adjustment here for Mythic. They have to recognize that. At the same time, oh my goodness, Cooper's AWP is just stapled to the A site wall. VulcaN now just terrorizing on that B site the same, and this map has just all of a sudden fallen apart for Mythic. There's no defending this. Bomb's gonna get planted on the B site. Flom probably gonna save that AWP. The round's over already.
This is looking like a statement from Noxious right now. They came to play right now. Again, I talked about how they're warmed up, but this just looks like they're having a little bit of fun with it. With how they're playing, like VulcaN just diving out on a lurk every round, finding a solo kill.
Every round.
It's either a solo kill or a solo death. Either one. It doesn't seem like it's too costly in the end. 3. Okay. Had a little bit of hope there, but it's every round he will go out mid or B and just do as much damage, cause as much chaos as he can, and then in the very next second, you just turn your eyes towards the bloodbath of ramp. And it's felt like the formula for like the last 4 or 5 rounds now.
I mean, Mythic have been getting pulverized on that ramp play. We'll have to see if they can finally adjust here, because it's the exact same setup here for Noxious, where they're going to put their emphasis towards ramp in these early rounds. And there's finally that bottom ramp smoke, but it's a bit off. It's off the mark, and Cypress just spams out Cooper again. The second round in a row where Cooper has just been blasted towards his A-side ramp with no chance to fight. Now, Flom will pick up the mantle, sure, but he's not going to take the aggressive fight on it. At the same time, VulcaN again goes out middle and dies on his own. This game is very thematic, Cole, I will say.
It's consistent. Not something that NA teams get called a lot, but these guys are consistent. That's for sure. Fame. Oh, no. He nails the timing there. Brutal for Freakazoid, assembling a bit of utility. Then Flom gets spotted out as well, so things go from bad to worse. What is going on in this ramp play, though? There's somehow a player upside hall. He gets dispatched him. I don't know what sort of antics that was, but end of days coming soon. Oh, okay. That is brutal.
That is 2 oppers just plastered by Cypress in a round. Technically the same AWP. Goodness. And again, that just comes down to a missed smoke.
Yeah.
Because Cypress had a little one-way above it where he actually saw Cooper on the edge of it, and that cost them. Mythic unprepared? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, I came into it. I was watching Flom's stream. They were kind of talking over some of their game plans, and he was saying they felt like they had the ramp control right there. One missed smoke can lose you around, no question. That is unprepared. But this does look like they really had confidence in a game plan that at least right now isn't working, right? It's just not going their way, and I think that sort of confidence might be necessary with the fact that you do have to have like trust that your systems will work. But yeah, after 4 or 5 rounds of going for that same smoke and struggling in the same fashion, it's like you're running into the same wall over and over again.
And here we go. A-side simulator up once again. Fame is okay. Now Fame just takes his turn to run up all of the short shelf.
That's wild. That's so much space. Oh, okay, VulcaN.
He's back mid again! I can't!
Dude.
When will you learn, old man?
can't believe it. It's too much. It's too much. It's going better.
Wait,
no.
There's a chance. Now there's a chance for Mythic. I don't want to talk too much because I might remove their ability of a chance. There's
no FI guarantees.
Yeah, no FI guarantees here, of course. So in the 3v4, 2 players posted up towards ramp. But keep in mind, Truck Lover with that kit. If he goes down, there could be problems. But Cooper, excellent entry with that AK. Now up above, though, Truck Lover takes the fight. That's the kit on the ground. Now the diffuser down. The time is running quite low. They need to find that kit and get that defuse running. Flom, he gets the kit. Ooh. Now, let's find the bomb here, Flom. Shoot. And he has time for the defuse. An eco win here for Mythic.
Okay. That is that's something that we really needed for the CT sides, right? They just need like a little bit of cushion. They couldn't have really afforded to lose like a 411 T side. That's really far out of the picture there. And it seemed like that was the trend in which we were going. So, able to stay afloat there. Mythic, they needed a round like that. That has to re-inspire them as well. But again, it seems like they're kind of learning. VulcaN, you know, maybe stick around mid for a couple seconds longer than you'd anticipate. You might be in for a surprise.
Oh, we're going for the same peak again. This time it's Flom. And now up towards ramp. Oh my goodness. Fame trying to go for the full extra mile. But right now, Noxious, they've been shut down. They've stepped on the gas a bit too hard here, and they've been punished. And their car has gone careening off the road. 2v5. And finally some respite here for Mythic after this ramp fight has gone so horribly wrong every round. Now, in the meantime, Nazi trying to make something happen. But good news from the Mythic end. Flom comes up with a double kill, and that will deliver Mythic a round.
That tied up, or at least looking to tie things up here. Going to start building some foundations back into this one, Mythic. At least build some confidence in their takes towards ramp. It felt like this time they did have a little bit of extra utility, that volley that forced them to push further, and then Flom just nailing the kill side hole, in which they lost out on that duel a couple of times in a row. Their head's a little bit better in the game, and Flom able to pluck another one out. They're feeling a little bit too comfortable now in this ramp control, and this time it's proven to be a little bit costly. That's what Mythic were hoping for at the start of this half, but wasn't working. Now Truck Lover exposed, though. That's a good smoke to bail him out.
Truck Lover, wow, okay. Takes the outright swing, and VulcaN down yet again. You know what's wild, Colby? You wouldn't think Noxious is in the lead with their kill totals right now. The scoreboard, not painting the full picture here, but Noxious still with the rounds. Cooper to close this one out. Confident style here for Mythic towards the end of the half. Just Nazi facing down the 1v5. Wait a minute. Never mind. Freak is going to clean it up. It's 8-7 at the half. Mythic at least being able to right the ship. We'll see you guys after a break. we're back. Team Mythic. At least being able to right that ship. It was a rocky road of a first half, but they're able to stabilize and get themselves at least in a capable spot for this T7. My name's Fine, joined by Cole Extra McHenry. Oh boy, we're about to have a brawl towards ramp. 4 players in position. 1 player just got gushed, but Camera gonna start things off with the cool headshot. His teammates the same, but eventually they take a step too far, and it's 3 consecutive kills for Mythic to bring it back. Noxious coming back in rotation. Wondering what's just happened. A 1v3, but stuck behind these smokes. He's gonna have to wait him out and try this clutch.
See if they give him any fights. Now that they've got themselves in these nasty little post plants, I can only imagine that Nasi's job has become infinitely more difficult. You add in a little bit of that 10-second diffuse in the mix there, and it does feel near impossible. He's gonna crawl his way up side hole, but that's not even a fight that they're giving him right now. Plum is hiding in the corner. Yeah,
he's no kits either, which is the biggest problem here for Nasi. He literally does not have time. It's time to pack your bags. I mean, the most you can do is save that armor, and you will do the most you can do. Who would have thought, Cole? I wouldn't.
I did not win the one of the more difficult retakes in the game on a 3v1. I think A is a very retakeable site if you have the even numbers right there, but what Noxious did, they kind of tried to take that ramp fight as soon as possible, right? Maybe avoid playing for a retake situation. It's not all that surprising from that first half that we got out of them. That was incredibly quick, fast paced. They don't want to really, play off of, I guess even utility all that much. They just want to straight up take these aim duels being, relatively flashy.
See, Cole, it's almost. And you know what? Hold that thought. Ouch. VulcaN with the first. Anything more? Anything extra? Not today. Cooper's gonna dispatch these Eagles. And just leave the rest to try and deal with them. It's a little messy. Buckaboo.
Oh, got him.
Heat seeking.
No running away.
You got
running away from that.
You got a remote control device on that. Oh, hold on. Noxious, though. I'm telling you, this X Factor player comes up with 2 Deagle kills. And now it's VulcaN. Armorless, but coming in from Generator. No one's watching this. Cooper. He's not being covered for out in the open now, but Cooper will readjust. Chances there for Noxious. Damage dealt. I mean, I'm happy, but oh, what could have been.
Yeah, that wasn't actually a big investment either. I was surprised. I thought they had armor and stuff to back that round up, but actually everyone's able to buy up here, so I imagine that was just one of those rounds that you buy up a couple deagles here and there, save quite a bit behind it, and you can see where that leaves them off at. A1S's for all of these players here. We'll see how their ramp control goes compared to Mythic's, and we'll see if we see some of those principles I was talking about, where you get those deep smokes down. This time there's no smoke ramp, they're just taking full control. Nasi's just gonna immediately deny access right there.
Ooh, Cooper! Hand this man a rifle. It's good openers,
control's clean.
Oh, but the flash. Oh no, VulcaN decides to push while full blind. That is bold. Wow. And knocked out. Cypress is at least one back though, and because Truck Lover has also gone down early, there is some problems here for Mythic. They're still in the 3v30 with a minute left. Oh. Camera's up to no good.
I feel like this angle always is cleared though. Hey, he will clear it, but he'll also get his head cleared right off. Cooper. Is he just looking to follow his trail there? Camera probably not going to expect this, but no. Cooper going to walk up the ladder. Now this becomes a big game of timing. Now Camera makes a lot of noise here, rotating off. The execution in towards B, lining in. Flom's trying to wait for the strike coming through from Cooper first. And there you go. There's the kill. He spots out the second, but no. He gets sidelined.
Now Flom. He's trying to play a patient game. He's trying to take some time, hope that they split up, and they've done exactly that. But Nazi's just too good on the fight. Spray's good, and Flom's down. So the first gun run going the way of Noxious. At least Mythic still in with a bit of a purchase, but even then it's pretty wishy-washy considering those deagles and the damage that they did. So timeout will actually have to roll on out, and we're at an equal game, and Noxious looking solid.
Yeah, first defensive round. They're a little bit clunky on some occasions there with the awkward bit of aggression down ramp. I was surprised. I was just as surprised as you to see off the flashbang you actually move forward. Usually that's a sign to maybe fall back, but Noxious, they're not really a team that's going to be falling back right now, right? They're pressing the gas as much as they can. Again, super interested to see how this this ramp exchange will play out here throughout the remainder of this half. We saw Mythic struggle with it. I think Noxious, they even struggled with it in that last round as well, given the a little bit of awkward exchanges there. Background volleys go in, camera down towards middle again, taking a lot of space here.
At the same time, though, they do have to invest these 3 players with ramp, and, did VulcaN just push down ramp with just an armor and a D? Never mind. We'll see how it works out here for Nasi, as it's only the 1-for-1. Site opened, taken here by Mythic, as well as VulcaN does get cleaned up on that flank. So options here. But Fame, he's just gonna run at the bomb planter, and Cooper's gonna punish that. Some bold plays coming out here from Noxious that are really getting punished. A 2 versus 3. Cypress and Camera together. But Cooper! Dude, he's hit 25 kills! He's gotten like a multi-kill every round. This man is on fire.
Yeah, 25 kills is just insane right now. I don't know how he's just been fragging up a storm this game. He's had a couple of really rough rounds as well. If you remember that CT side where he just got plucked out of the server like 2 rounds in a row with the op. As soon as he gets the op in his hands, he's out of the round. And so that had to have been a frustrating way to, you know, kick off your opping endeavor on Vertigo. But he doesn't seem too frustrated. He seems just fine. He's, you know, brought back the rifle here. And his spray, you know, some of those fights that he's taking down ramp, super clean. So good work from him. That
oh my God.
27 and 11.
It's stat padding. I call it the safety factor on these eco rounds. What do you mean? Bomb's gonna get planted, and Mythic, by virtue of Cooper, he is in the driver's seat with the rest of his team. Just one AK gonna be held on to here, and that's that. I mean, I'll say it again. This man, Cooper, he's on something today. Something's different on this fine Tuesday.
Doing great work. Another gun to be saved here. 8's the only one I think really too far off the pack right now, which is surprising. Again, he's one of those super experienced players as well. So it's always a bit of a shock seeing a little bit of struggle come through from him, right? But there's certainly time to bounce back. And his potential certainly there as well. But a good save coming through there from Noxious. We'll see if that can bring some life. AK in the hands of Cypress. Utility bought up as well. This should lead into some success here. That's got to be where they get their heads in this game here and now. And it seems like they are keeping that same sort of aggression up with these try fights down ramp as Mythic were going for in some of these rounds. But this time they do throw the utility to back this one up, and that's much more promising.
Still, though, committing 3 players in the early round is gonna stretch your defense rather really thin. And you can see Cooper. I mean, it's such a perfect angle. Cat sees Camro's shoulder before Camro sees him, and just too prepared for that fight. Now it's just Nasi on the B site. Freakazoid, easy entry, hate, cutting off the rotates. It's a well-oiled machine right here for Mythic in this one.
Cypress Fame, again, easy call to just simply save here. They've been going for exits in these sort of scenarios pretty frequently. And that's what they'll go for again, but it's a quick dismissal. Only 1 kill on the exit. Freak the unfortunate one, but very happy with the end results of that round, I can only imagine. And they will just take another one to the bank right now. Mythic on 12. And again, you know, just to continue with some of the stuff that I heard before this game. I was watching the stream just because this match was
Delayed a
a
little.
little bit floating. Yeah, right. It was just a little bit delayed there. And he was talking about the good T sides. Have super good T sides. They're nailing the timings right now. And that seems to be the case here once again. They are finding incredible timings and nice entries. Their game plan's working out. It doesn't show too many signs of stopping.
Oh, and what a great flash. Almost catches Camero. But in the meantime, Cooper's just broken the 30 mark.
Ooh. 22 rounds deep. Can't believe that Fame was able to escape right there. I thought Freak had seen a little gap in the smoke there. He was just popping some shots through and actually landed one of them.
Had a
So
whole
put on
household.
notice and forced out.
Had a whole household firing at him. Fame, though, the boost to shut down Cooper's and hits him in the dome. Literally, maybe figuratively. Now, these deagles from Noxious have been deadly, and now that you have your, alright, your primary eco-fragger out of commission, it'll be the nade for Flom, though, that just strikes true into Nazi to clear up this round. And just leave these pistols without much utility, and ooh, it looks like that should have been the headshot there, Flom. Okay, some chances here with Flom low. The plant, it won't go down. No, Cypress stops it, but out in the open, trying to find a weapon to pick up. Not a chance. Hate's gonna clean up, and that will be 13 rounds for Mythic. This still gets risky, though, at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's always that scary A-side plant there that you go for on default, where anyone could, at any time could just surface through that smoke. So usually you will have a teammate there that's sitting on that close left wall angle, but they couldn't throw the resources. Luckily they do have a resource in Hate, who I just talked about, struggling a little bit compared to the rest of his roster. Not going to matter too much if they just continue this T-side dominance. Cooper has certainly picked up the weight for sure.
I mean, sometimes it's always a bit of, you hit a bit of a brick wall when you hit 30. Let's see if Cooper can keep this one going, press it over the line. Maybe not needed, because he has another Avadir in the server, and Freakazoid, who has just steamrolled Nasi on the site, and Mythic are just all over this one. They're finding these isolated anchors, dealing some damage, and while, yeah, I'll say that's a bit unnecessary there from Freakazoid, it's all, the bomb gets planted, and with tons of utility still in the back pockets, it's looking pretty solid, but not all is set in stone. Truck Lover takes a lot of damage, finishes off the first, but Flom behind the site, grabs VulcaN, takes down another. Hate now on the flank for the backstab to finish this one. And all the insurance policies are there for Mythic, no matter how many steps they take. 14-9.
I just love that Freak is willing to take that initiative. It's a massive overstep, but whenever he gets a B bomb set, whenever he's feeling those entries, he always feels like he thinks he can go in for more, right? You get heated up, you start to warm up, you're feeling confident. He's like, you know what if I just push him towards CT spawn, get another entry, then I'll certainly win my team the round right there. So, but either way, I mean, great flash from Flom to set him up, and the spacing was perfect. Now this has been heard. Dispatched of as just as can be. Camero getting taken care of here. VulcaN close ramp. I mean, Cooper. Oh no, he's too diligent there to walk through that. Surely, what? What? There's no way he just walked through the A ramp. So what is happening tonight?
I don't know, dude. They call it ECL because sometimes it's challenging to cast.
Wow.
It's gonna be 15 here though for Mythic. That's one thing's for certain. Even though the entire CT side holding down the W key might not make sense to all you slow-minded. We're just not smart enough, all right? We're just not smart enough to understand this.
I've been shocked. Multiple different rounds. This one, I mean, it's an eco, so fair play, right?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and have some fun with it,
Do
right?
what you must.
I can't believe what I'm more concerned about is it worked. Goodness gracious.
Dude.
That was so sick.
This guy's primary weapon is the deagle.
Take a seat.
Oh. I have to check into what Hate's up to towards the end of that round. Sure, sure.
You know who used to be a primary deagler? Is Hate. Remember when this guy bought a deagle on pistol round?
Yeah.
I had a land that you and I casted and just
yeah.
aced with it.
He has such individual talent, I'll tell you that. He doesn't need to show it today because Cooper's broken 30. And oh, that's something to say about this one. It's a complete shutdown here for Noxious. As Mythic try to press the issue, the Avadir brothers taken down on that ramp side.
Gonna get bomb. That smoke's gonna help out big time. Although Fame never treats it as a wall. Maybe he should.
Alright. And so a 2v4. They're gonna keep pressing the issue here. It's down to Hate. Dancing around the back of the boxes here. He will get cleaned up. So Cypress, at least one to close it down, but they need 5 more to bring this one to OT. I mean, so far this T side for Mythic has been nearly flawless, except for the first gun round that Knockers were able to pick up. And they have a wall of cash that they need to beat through here for Mythic.
Yeah, the bank has been built. Established. Flum actually picks up the op here. I imagine maybe to deal with some of that aggression that's been tossed down ramp, the fight that might be given to him. Yeah, he's gonna take it. Making sure that they don't get away with the same stuff they've gotten away with in rounds prior. So Camro, he made some noise dropping off here.
And Flom. Well, that's the opener. That's just calling the close here of this map. I mean, how many opening kill attempts does VulcaN have? It has to be something unreal in this map. And I think that was really the deciding factor of how this one's going. Now it's a 3v5. Cooper, headshot to make it 31. That might be all he ends on, though. It's a 2v4. Cypress on 22. And now he's the last man standing. And Flom's going to finish it off. Who else but the headman to do it? And it's Mythic to pick it up 16-10. That's the end of map 1, and we'll see you after the break.